Hey everyone, it's Spicy Sushi. Over a week ago, I decided to do 50 Feared on stream across 2 days before the Badger Private League started. I did not realize how draining this would be as a challenge to complete in only 2 days of streaming, and actually it was probably as tiring as the end of my Harvest Challenge from last league in Ultimatum. But anyway, we got it done, and I have a lot of data to show you from this challenge, and hopefully it answers some people's questions because I get asked a lot on stream if the feared is profitable, as it really does seem like it would be, right? It's like you're taking a tour across the hardest bosses that exist in Path of Exile, and it ends in a final ultimate battle where you fight them all together and have a chance at loot, which can drop from each boss's drop table. And it really is the hardest fight in Path of Exile because in order to get the most out of it, you do need to be alching it and doing it high quantity, which comes with high quantity comes with lots of difficult mods. And so this really is the ultimate Path of Exile challenge. Um, it If you don't know how to do this fight, basically when you do Uber Itziri, Uber Shaper, or I mean, sorry, Uber Elder, or you can do regular Elder, regular Shaper, and then Cortex, as well as sorry, Chayula. But basically, you have to have Maven unlocked, and you need to Maven witness these encounters. Oh, and I think I said Cortex, but yeah. So you have to Maven witness these encounters, and then you can put in a feared invitation and fight them all at once. It's not really all together at the same time, but it is like any other invitation if you've done that. Um, Now, one reason I wanted to try this out was because people have been telling me the Bottled Faith drop rate has been nerfed, so I wanted to kind of put that to the test. Obviously, 50 is not enough of a data set to try this out, but I mean, if it really is nerfed, I'm not going to risk all of my money. This was already a mirror, basically an investment. I think it was like 320x or something. It was ridiculous how much money was invested in this challenge, but let's go ahead and I will go ahead and show you right after this the data analysis. Now, I did this on my ore stacker. The ore stacker since has been sold for about 6 mirrors because just putting that much money into a build just it starts to lose the fun for me when especially when there's not really a hard enough content in Path of Exile that really warrants having an ore stacker and warrants putting just so much ridiculous amount of currency into a build. So now I am playing a very different build and a much cheaper build, and I'm having just as much fun actually. So anyway, but let's go ahead and get into the data, guys. And if you want, I do all kinds of crazy challenges on Twitch all the time. My newest one is now 1,000 Mavens that I'm going to be doing on stream, and so you can follow that progress if you check it out. But see you guys in the next one. All right, hey everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the loot tabs from this entire 2 day stream challenge. But if you want the TLDR, I would not recommend doing the feared. So, but here we go. We have our garbs here. We have our bottled face, 9 bottled face, 9 garbs, four void fletchers that I corrupted. Um, I'm gonna keep the loot profit return like breakdown as conservative as possible. So it's only going to count really the notable drops that are easy to sell. So it's not going to be, so basically what I mean by that is I separated these tabs and then I have all this junk here that I'm not going to worry about. And this is junk too, and this is junk, but this is what I'm including here. So basically we got 9 bottled face and 50 feared, but we got lucky. We actually get lucky, I think, because the last 3 bottled face came at the very end of the challenge. The last like 7 feared sets, I think. I got 3 bottled face from the feared invitation, not even Cortex, which so and it happened 3 times in a row. So like feared invitation, next feared invitation got a bald fade, next feared, like absolutely insane. Because if you do the feared, you know it's like a 10% chance to even get that from the feared invitation itself. So our Cortex drop rate was abysmal. I think we got 4 bottled face total from the feared invite, so only 10% of our Cortexes gave a bottled faith, and yet we got 8 garbs from Cortex. So we got more garbs than bottled face from Cortex. I find that extremely suspicious, but I can't draw any conclusion on that. I have had a lot of people just tell me that the Cortex is a really they've nerfed the drop rate in Bald Faith, but you can't really make that reasonable conclusion unless you've done many feared sets. So if someone wants to share their data as well, we could maybe compile it and figure out maybe what's going on there. But anyway, there's the Watcher's Eyes. I identified them all, but I will include the profit breakdown as if I did not. Bottom line is we did not hit any really significant one. I think we broke even or maybe profited because we did hit one decent Watcher's Eye, which was a Double Wrath. Yeah, here it is. Double Wrath, and it has Hatred, but the Hatred doesn't matter. So, not for this. So, yeah, about 20x there. And then a couple of Watcher's Eyes I sold already. But anyway, I'm going to include these in the profit breakdown as if I did not identify them, which I think I recommend, unless you just want to gamble. But yeah, these are just the Exalts from some that I already sold. But Unmaking Orbs, we have our Skin of the Loyals that I corrupted them all. I include them all just like the base price of barely more than a Divine. Because it's me being conservative, but it's easier to, collect the data that way. 2 Eternity Shrouds. Synth Implicits, I did not include these, but you could probably, if you I do recommend full clearing Cortex because there's some really cool things you could get if you have your Uncharted passives. So if you have these passives, these ones, I recommend this. This is you should bottom line have this set up if you're going to be doing the feared. But yeah. We got 1 power charge implicit, which could sell for like 3 to 5x, so because it's a terrible base. But yeah, there's that. Here's all the writs. Got over 50 because we were doing 100% plus quantity feared on every single one of them. At least, I think 1 or 2 we did 80 because I was getting tired of rolling them and corrupting them. But blessings, feared set returns, because the feared is actually regular shaper, regular elder, so they can drop the uber elder fragments. That is why you don't get 86 Watcher's Eyes from the feared. But yeah, here's the Watcher's Eyes. These are all junk, and this is junk. This stuff might be good. I don't know, but it's kind of like a meme museum kind of stuff. You do get double corrupted items, as by the way, from Feared is what these are from. You get double corrupted uniques. But yeah, so there's some Lyra platinums, some Haywork platinums. Here's yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the spreadsheet. So this is why I don't recommend the Feared. Our investment, Cortexes are now like 4x each, so I probably don't recommend doing the Feared now. Of course, well, I don't recommend it in general, but you could get luckier. I do want someone to get more data for me. So, I mean, I do recommend the Feared if you want to get some more data for the boys, if you want to collect some data for everyone. Because we really do need to figure out if GGG nerfed this. It's pretty important to find out if GGG did stealth nerf Bottled Faith drop rate, and I would like more data to figure that out. But anyway, yeah, 3.8, 50, whatever, 332 total Exalt investment. These were bought at over the last week. And then I was very conservative. Here's all I counted in the return. So the Orbs of Unmaking, Skin of the Loyal, Blessing of Chiula, Maven's Writs, yada yada. I could have included so much more. Like I could have really gotten specific, like synth implicits, all the currency drops from Cortex, all the RAM stuff. But there's just too much variance there. So this is just a very baseline. It was probably more like 400x return, but even that would not be impressive for how much work and how tiring this was. So like this was probably as tiring as probably my harvest challenge from last league. This was really exhausting to do, and I'm probably not going to be doing this again. But I do want to figure out the drop rate on this. So yeah, 372x return for about 39.57 profit, 2.6x profit per hour. Yeah, that's how much we got from doing the hardest content in the game. But yeah, so that's about it. That's I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm gonna go to bed. But hopefully that helps you guys out. Of course, there is more stuff that came. Like we got some raw exalt drops and some other stuff from Cortex. I mean, from the Cortex monsters, because if you get those Atlas passives, you will get a lot from Cortex. Like this, the increased effective additional mods that will increase the good stuff and the bad stuff. But like the good stuff can be really good. Like you can get a lot of currency, you can get like Nemesis 3 basically on your map. stuff like that. So what would recommend instead, if you want to really do bossing, it's in a pretty sad state for profit, but you could do Maven, which Maven's looking pretty juicy right now if you go look at the margins. But Uber Elder is probably profit over a large bulk, and Elder is always profit. Elder is always profit, but it's not great profit. And then Guardian's Aid, which Guardian's Aid is probably decent. It's just not going to be anything close to back in the day, back in Ritual when it was so strong because if you want to know if Guardian's Aid is good, look at Maven's Writ price. If Maven's Writ is one exalt, it's just decent. But if Maven's Writ is two exalts, like if the league is really active and there's a lot of crafting going on, a lot of GG items being put out, that is when you should know that Guardian's Aid is exceptionally good, because back in Ritual, Maven's Writs were 2 exalts each, and Guardian's Aid was upwards of 11 exalts per hour profit. So just look at if you want to know if you should do Guardian's Aid for large profit per hour, just look at the price of the Maven's Writ. Since it's 1x, it's probably not great, but it's probably still decent. But yeah. All right, well guys, that'll be it for today's video. We're going to be doing a lot of Mavens for the next video and on stream if you want to check that out. We're going to be doing about 60 Mavens Writs, I think. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next one.